Okay, now it's recording.
Yeah, no, it's recording.
Okay. Okay. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. This is visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'm doing and what is this, what is the difference that I'm talking about, just to make things a little bit clear as to what is Employee Central and why and how and things that are being used. Okay.
Press shift.
Okay. No. Anyways, see, you can see there is a backend, there is a front end. Okay. What the backend is, as you see that the backend of changes that we do in the provisioning, it is reflected in instance. Okay. This is the first thing that happens. Okay. And the second backend that we have is in EC or BC UI. Okay. Mohammed Bhai, okay. Let me go ahead. There was one more person. Sahir is here. Sahir. I think Sahir is not here. Okay. Okay. So I'll go to manage. Business. Let me know if my screen is visible, please.
Yes.
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 See, I'll duplicate this. I'll go to my employee file. Okay. As we all have seen provisioning, okay, I do not have that server access at this point of time with me. Okay. So provisioning is, what do we do in provisioning? Anybody? What are the tasks that we do in provisioning?
We give admin permissions.
Okay.
We
Configuration.
activate languages.
Go
Okay.
to table.
We activate modules.
Okay.
And we also give some permissions, like for BCUI, if you need permissions, then you actually activate it in the backend.
If I have to just say it in a simple way, there are to classify in a broader way, there are four things that we do in provisioning. Okay, in a broader way. If we go into micromanagement or if we look into small details, there are a lot of things. There are more than 100 plus things that we can do. Okay, just to summarize it, and if we can sum up those things, and if we can make it to an index so that it becomes easy for everyone to understand what exactly that we do in provisioning, okay, and how and the things looks in provisioning. Provisioning, what usually happens is, if I can tell it to you in a project way, what happens first is, I will open one more screen. System is really very slow. Okay.
Yes, sir. Huh?
What happens is, sorry if I'm writing it really very badly. I don't have my notepad. I have left it in office so that I can write it and I can show it to you. Okay. This is SAP. This is client. And this is SAP. Station or consultant. Okay, what happens is the client, what he'll do is the client will go to SAP and he'll tell them that we want to purchase SAP module. Okay, so SAP will provide 3 links. Okay, they will provide the first link. What they will provide to them is the first is preview or test, what we call for testing. Second is for development, and the third that they provide link is for production. Who has worked in projects? Who has done implementation here? Anybody who is doing live projects now or in any of products or anything, if they have done previously or anything?
No, Gunibhai.
No one? Anyone? Okay. So what happens is the client or the customer, if he wants to implement SAP, any module, let it be SAP or S4HANA, or let it be or extended warehouse management, that is EWM, or there is CPI cloud. Okay, there is POPI, that is, these are all integration module that they have. Okay, and other modules also. And if they want to have SAP success factors, any module, employee central is a core module. After that you have talent modules, like you have LMS, that is learning management system. You have onboarding 1.0, 2.0, then which we call it as ONB. Then there is RCM, that is recruitment management is there, and there is PMGM, performance and goal management is there. There is employee central payroll is there, employee central, we have compensation, then we have employee central time off. Okay, any of these modules that they want to implement in the company. So what happens is client or customer, he will contact SAP and he will pay to the SAP, and SAP, what they will do is they will provide 3 links, and for these 3 links what they will do is they will provide username and password. Okay, so preview and production, it is one on the same thing. Okay, what it happens in preview or test is any changes that you see over here, that you see in this or in the BCUI, you make the changes here and those changes will be reflected here. Okay, those kind of testings that you will be doing in your production, in your test and in the development, that you'll be making changes. Okay, you will not make any kind of a change in production, or we call it as go live, or if what happens is after the UAT, that is user acceptance test, go live happens. Okay, first what you do is, as soon as you receive a link from SAP, you'll have username, password. Okay, it's the same way how you have got it from the server. You all have the username and password for demo instance for SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central. In the same way, SAP will provide the username, password, link, and everything. So once they have provided these 3 links and username, password, that is for preview, test, development, production. The client, what it does is it will go to an implementation partner or a consultant. So what they will do is the client will pay the money. They will agree. They will have terms, conditions, and everything. Along with these, okay, what the client will give as a criteria. Okay, say for example, just to make it very simple and everybody to understand in a better way. Anybody who has lately constructed a home? Anyone?
Yes, Dilip.
Yes. Who's that?
Umer.
Umair. Yes. Okay. Umair bhai, what is the first thing that you did? First was the planning. Okay, you wanted to plan or you wanted to build a home. You had some idea in your mind. Okay. So
Yes.
what you do is you make a plan, you go to any government official body, you get it authorized, notarized, or plan, sanction, and all these things that you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
that as an SAP company. Then what you do is you give it to your contractor to build your home. Okay. Because government bodies will not build up any of your homes. Okay. There will be contractors or masons, plumbers, painters, carpenters, all these people who are involved, and there will be architects, structure architect, engineers, civil engineers. All those people will be involved who will build. On what basis they will build? On the blueprint or the architectural drawing, structural drawing that has been provided. Okay, so it is the same. I would not say it is a kind of a same concept. It happens. Client will take all the credentials and it will give it to the implementation partner. Along with the credentials, what he will give us a workbook. What does this workbook contain? Okay, this workbook, it contains what are the things that he wants to see. Okay, how he wants this header to happen. Okay, what are the details that he wants to see here. Okay, what are the proxies or whom to give the proxies, what are the personal information that he wants to see, what is the biographical information that he wants to see, what are the things that he wants to hide. Okay, what are the business rules that he wants to have, what is the events and event reasons that he wants to have, what is the pick list that he wants to have. All those details is present in the workbook. Okay, just to give you an example, how does a workbook look like? Okay, what I'll do is I'll go here, I'll go to export. Okay, I will go to employee export. Is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So just to give you an example, it's not how the workbook looks, but it's just to give you a brief understanding what the workbook is and what are the things that the workbook it contains. Okay. Okay. So my Excel sheet is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Yes. So can you see this? There is a status, there is user ID, username, first name, nickname, middle name, last name, suffix, title, gender, email, manager, HR. Okay. What I'll do is I'll go here. You see here. Okay, we have made the changes just for the sake of understanding. There is first name will be there, last name will be there. Okay, suffix will be there, gender will be there, email will be there. Okay, all the details that you want to have it. Okay, it will be available here. Okay, like you see here, first name, middle name, last name, gender, date of birth, higher date, business unit, division, department, pay grade, username, all these things. If I can open the Excel sheet, you see here, there is user ID, username, first name, nickname, middle name, last name, suffix, title, gender, email. Okay, all these things, higher name, when, address, city, zip name, first name, custom things that they want to have, and all those things. Okay, so what you do is you see, it will be provided like this. Can you see this? It will be provided in this way to the customer. So you want the customer to fill up all these details along with how he wants to create what all the things. This workbook is provided by SAP itself. Okay, I'll tell you what are the things that SAP provides you along with the links. Okay, it provides, there is a one more portal, it is known as partners portal. Okay, in partner portal, what does the SAP provides to you is, SAP provides you the link, username, password. It will give you the partners portal access. In the partner portal access, what you get is, you get workbook, what are the changes that you want to have. It will give you master pick list data. It will give you the data of succession data model. It will give you the data of country specific succession data model. It will give you data of corporate data model and country specific corporate data model. Okay, so all these details are predefined or pre-delivered or given by SAP to you itself. Okay, so once it is provided, so what you do is you'll just download those things and you will give it to the customer, the workbook, so that he fills the workbook and he will give it to you. So once you have the workbook, what you will do is, the first thing you will do is you will log into the provisioning. And once you have logged into the provisioning, and now we will see what are the steps that we do in the provisioning. Okay, till now, is it clear? You are just getting a brief understanding what happens, how it happens.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? There was one lady, I think Aisha or someone, she told she's new, she was not able to understand. Aisha, is it
Yes, sir.
clear for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Any doubt in this?
I wanted to ask the one where we are buying the license as well as the one who is going to implement. Won't they be doing both the tasks?
I'm sorry.
You said we would be buying our license from another place and we would be going to a consultant who would be handling our implementation. Won't both the work would be done by the same company?
See, client, for example, if I can tell you, Singapore Airlines, Saudi Airlines, Al Marai, let it be big companies, they are clients and customers. Okay, just to take it an example, everybody is familiar with Reliance. Okay, say
Yes.
Reliance is a customer and they have say more than 100,000 200,000 employees in their organization across the globe. Okay,
Exactly.
so they want to implement Employee Central as a core employee, so that they have their all employees data in one place, so that they can download, they can import, and they can have all the data in hand, so that they can
Okay.
use it in the laptop or they can use it in the mobile as well. Okay, so what they will do is, they want to have it. So if they want to have it, what they will do is, they will contact SAP, and SAP will provide them the username, password. Okay, it will be like an empty page, empty
Okay.
sheet. Okay, so now,
Okay.
as I told you, if a person who wants to build a house or a home or an apartment or anything or a commercial, first the land will be empty, there will be nothing, no structure or anything.
Okay.
Okay, so the government will approve it and they will give it to you, all the things, so that you can build it. So the client, once he gets all the credentials and things, he will pass on that to the SAP implementation or a consultant. So they will
Okay.
do all the structural implementation and working.
Okay.
Okay, and how will they do it? It depends on the requirement or the data that the client provides. Okay, for that reason,
Okay.
SAP provides a workbook also, so that they can enter the details how they want to see the workbook. Say, for example, if I tell you, I will go to the home page. Okay, I have gone to the home page. If the clients wants to change this page, and if they want to see some other logo or their company's
Okay.
logo, they don't want to see SAP Success Factors, they want to change the logo. Yes, you can do that. You can go to, you can just go to logo, it will come company settings and logo, upload company logo.
Okay.
Okay, you can choose the file, you can upload it, automatically that logo will be changed.
Okay.
Okay, so these things that we do it as a consultant.
As consultant. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Anybody else who has doubt? Anybody else?
Yeah, Anubhai, consultants are approved by SAP.
Consultants are
Approved by SAP.
There are few that they have listed as silver partners. There are platinum partners, gold partners, but it is not necessary that the client will go to them. Okay, say for example, you might have heard of authorized dealers, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Say Apple phone, Samsung phone, you can buy from authorized dealers, or you can buy from anybody anywhere else as well. It is not necessary
Okay.
that you go to authorized dealers. There are many authorized dealers. There are many authorized resellers. So
Mhm.
you will not be going to one single. I mean, it is not necessary, or it is not mandatory that you go. You can buy it online. Okay, there is Amazon. There are other websites that we buy. Okay, before we were knowing Amazon, there are other websites in UAE. If you can say, there is noon.com. Before there was Souk has been taken by Amazon now. So there are other different websites that are there, which is there. Okay, so you can understand that it's not necessary they'll go to that itself. Okay,
Yes, sir. Okay.
so these things client will provide, and from then you will start building these things. Okay, in provisioning, what are the things that you'll do? First thing is, you will go to company settings, and the things that you will do in provisioning is, you will enable and disable functions. What are the functions? As I showed you, I have created the username and password in the SAP help.sap.com, and everybody has created username and password. I have showed you implementation guide, and it shows you the basic steps that you have to do for implementation. What is the first thing that you have to enable? What is the second thing that you have to enable and disable? And what are the language packs and everything that you have to do? That is the first thing that you do. Second thing is the importing and exporting of the data models. That is the succession data models, all the models which are SAP is providing you. Okay, that is the second. Third thing that you can do is scheduling a data. That is there is known as HRIS sync, that is human resource information syncing. Okay, wherein you can link, or link, or you can sync the data. Okay, we'll discuss what it is and how it is. That is the third thing. Fourth thing that you can do is activate super admin. Okay, there is username, password that you create for the super admin. So that super admin has all the accesses. Okay, he can edit the name, data, addresses, and everything. Okay, so this is the basic configuration. Okay, backend has two things, that is provisioning, that you do these things, and once you do it, it will be visible in your instance, and any changes in your BCUI, that is manage business configuration. Okay, you see this? Any changes that you do here, I'll go to the personal information. Okay, first name, last name, nationality, gender, all these things, that any changes that you do here will be visible here in the homepage. Okay, so backend basically just for understanding. Okay, we have provisioning. You make you do four things basically. That is, you'll go to the company settings. There is enable and disable that you do. Second thing that you do is importing. The second thing that you do is importing, exporting. Third thing is scheduling jobs for syncing. The fourth thing that you do is for the super admin. Okay, so instance, as we have seen, there is homepage instance, there is employee profile, and everything that you see in the front end is instance. And in the back end, that is in the instance itself, we have employee central, or BCUI, that is business configuration user interface. And in the front end is nothing but the EP, employee profile, life profile, people profile. I'll show you what is this. This is the back end, and this is the front end, that is the employee profile, what I was talking about. Okay, this is the overall structure of how and what and how this happens. Okay, now just for the sake of discussion and an understanding, okay, as soon as the client provides you all the information and details, you do the testing and everything in the provision, in the preview and the test and preview is one and the same. Then what you do is, you do all, and even in the development and the test, you'll do almost everything the same. And then what you'll do is, you will import, or you can sync the data into the production directly. There is a UAT that you do, that is user acceptance test, that you give the login access to the user, and the user will do all the requirement things that he wants to see, and he will check who wants to have what permission and who can proxy and what and all, everything, the list of things that they have provided. Once they say okay, then the production will come into picture and go live will happen. And as soon as the go live happens, it will be reflected. There'll be username, password given to all the end users who are there, and they can do the changes. What you'll do is that you will assign one person as an administrator. He will not be having access to the provisioning, but he has an access for BCUI. BCUI is nothing but this part, that is manage business configuration. So any changes he wants to have it, and what you'll do is you will take 6 months, 1 year as a support contract from the client, that anything happens in 6 months or 1 year, if it is not happening, you can contact. We will try to do it, and if they are not able to do it, they will contact SAP product support and they'll tell what is happening, why this is. They will check and they'll give the resolution. So that is how the process and the product works. Okay, in this you have different things. What is data model, how the data model is added or removed. Then you have pick list. What is pick list, how do you add it, how do you remove it. There is workflow in general is nothing but, say for example, if you don't have any kind of a software previously, and if somebody wants to take a leave, or if he is leaving a company, what he'll do is, if he's taking a leave, he'll go to his manager, the manager has to approve it. Or say for example, a better scenario, if he's leaving a company, he has to go to finance department, he has to go to the administrator, he has to go to procurement. If he has taken anything, he has to deposit. So he has to visit 5-6 departments so that he can get clearance. So workflow, what basically it does is, if you have selected terminated, or if you say I have resigned from the company, the system will automatically show that 90 days, 60 days, or as per the company policies, that this is your serving time or notice period that you have to serve, and you have to take approval from these many departments, say XYZ department. So an email will be triggered to all the departments that this person has resigned from his job, and it has to be approved. So everybody will be notified. You do not have to go and keep telling that I've done this, do this and all. So workflow is basically done. So this is how basically, if I can tell it in a way, that what is employee central, how it is done, what is the structure of this, how it looks, what are the clients that they buy, what are they give it to the implementation partners, how they provide the system, how they utilize it, and what are the things that they do. Okay. So any doubt in the overall structure of the things that we have discussed today? Anybody?
No, sir.
Is it clear? Was it not clear? I was very fast. You were not able to understand anything.
This is clear, Ghani bhai, but I have one question, if possible.
Yes, please. Yes.
I
yes.
joined little bit late.
Okay.
You was talking about some project. So
Okay.
what is that?
What is?
What is that project? He was talking about some project, work from home, something like this. So I joined that time. So before
Okay. That we will get. With regards to what we have discussed of the product that I'm telling, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Any doubt or any thing that you have not understood? See,
Yeah,
topics
till this point, till this point, it's okay. Understood.
Okay.
So,
Anybody?
can we have a structure this would be the topic that we would cover like on day 1, and then day 2 we will cover on this topic.
We have
Something like
covered
that.
lot of topics, Aisha. We cannot go back and do a lot of things. I was telling you, right? See, this is not something a paid that we are doing. Believe me, if I
Yes.
love to do this, okay. We have jobs that we are doing, and believe me, I have a lot of hyper jobs that I'm doing now. So to get time itself, it's really very difficult. Okay. And it is not that I don't like, or I don't want to spend time and to teach, because I love teaching. Okay, what it does, it motivates me to teach people, and in turn I learn things as well. Okay, so I want to do it, but the thing is I do not get time at all. See, I start my day early in the morning, not exaggerating, but if I can tell you that maximum it's just 4 to 5 hours maximum that I sleep. Because of the US timing shift that I am doing, I'm not getting sleep properly. I'm not able to give time to my family, relatives, and all those things. Okay, that is something personally that I'm doing. But to go back again and to do, the reason why I structured and I showed this today is for everyone to understand, because when I started learning Employee Central, I thought it is very, very difficult. Okay, I cannot do this. And why should I do this? Because I come from a biomedical engineering background. I'm not from an IT.
Okay.
Who was if anybody who were there from the starting, they can relate, or they can they know that I'm from a medical background. I am not from an IT background, because as soon as I started learning C and C++, and I thought that no, this is not something that I am made for. I will not go for this. But I went into IT recruitment. I was into HR recruitment. I was into different fields. But as soon as I saw that this is something that I can learn, because the trainer that I had, he was a horrible trainer. What he did was he made my life miserable, because I paid 40,000 to learn SAP Employee Central, and the first topic he thought was data model, and it was XML format. And believe me, till date, not even once I have used XML. I do not know why he started with that. He took for almost 2 to 3 days, and I thought that this is something which I will not be able to do it. But as soon as I learned, I understood, and I have understand, and I have started to understand things. Then I thought that there's a very, very simple way, and if I can explain it to the people in a simple way, it becomes very easy for them to understand. And the job is in demand in the market, and I do not know why people make it so difficult for anyone to understand it. Okay, so because for
Okay.
that reason, not only this, even personally, during the weekends, there are batches that I'm taking. It is not free, it's a paid batch that I'm taking. There are 4 5 people that I'm taking, because they're already working and they're enhancing themselves. I'm doing that as well. Okay, so it's a lot of time consuming thing that is happening, but inshallah I'll try to do
Okay.
my best to give this trainings, because
Mhm.
nobody till date has told me the structure of Employee Central. You go to any institute and anyone, they'll start with the topics, they will deep down into index what it is. But as soon as you understand the structure and why and how it is happening, it becomes easy to you to relate things and the topics and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so anybody else, any
Okay, sir.
doubt or anything? Anybody else? Okay, so we will have just 1 or 2 more classes, okay, wherein I will teach about picklist workflow and a few of business modules. Okay, then we will be ending this SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central. After that, if anybody has doubts or anything, yes, you can contact me, but do not call me. It's a humble request. You can WhatsApp me. As soon as I see that, I will surely reply back. Okay, because there are few I do not know. I don't want to name them. Continuously, they'll call me and they do not see the time and do that. A humble request, do not do that. Okay, WhatsApp me. Definitely, as soon as I see and I have time, I'll reply back. Okay, yes. Thank you, everyone. I hope today's session was helpful for you to understand the structure of Employee Central. Okay, inshallah, we'll see everyone tomorrow. Okay,
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay.
Walaikum assalam.
Walaikum salam.